Hi guys, welcome to another TMI Tuesday. This week we probably won't have Devin busting in on us in the middle of the video because he's not here right now. So it's just me, by myself. I hope that's going to be okay. So let's get to it. Bisco2K5 asked me, how was my high school experience? It was alright. I didn't really come out until after high school. But I didn't really have all the clues in front of me when I was in high school, although I probably should have known. I was in speech and theater and, yeah, I should have. We'll just leave it at I should have known a long time before I got the clue. Too Much For My Eyes asked me, what is my favorite ice cream flavor? Well, it depends. If we're going to go to Baskin-Robbins or something like that, it's probably going to be mint chocolate chip. If we are going to like a small boutique place like Jenny's Splendid Ice Creams, which is a small chain, I don't think they have more than 20 stores. They've got a few. They've got some in Ohio, and they've got like one or two here. But they have something called Salty Caramel, and it is to die for. Now, if you're talking about like frozen yogurt type stuff, like going to a Pinkberry or Menchie's or something like that, I like the sorbets mostly. We have a Menchie's right down the street from me, which I just had the other night, and they've got a mango sorbet and a, what was it? A blueberry pomegranate sorbet, which was just incredible. And of course you load it up with the toppings, and I put some of the boba beads on it, and you know, I think I had sprinkles and gummy bears and all kinds of stuff loaded into it. But yeah, it depends on where we're going. The Daminator asked me, what is one of my biggest regrets that I can think of from my past? I don't know that I have any regrets. The thing is that I know people sometimes say this, but you know, I look back on my life and where I am right now, and I think, you know, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I don't really have any complaints. So I think of a regret as being something that if I could go back and change it, I would. And I can't think of anything that I would change. Everything that has happened in my life, I feel, has happened for a reason. You know, I mean, even going back to second grade, you know, I wouldn't be here right now had it not been for second grade. And let me explain. Second grade, I was put into theater. The teacher thought I was so good at the school play, got me recommended for the Lexington Children's Theater. I went to Lexington Children's Theater and did that, you know, up through high school, even did the acting company for teens, and then was also involved with our school plays as well. As part of that, we would go to Western Kentucky University for the Kentucky High School Speech League, and then the annual Kentucky like theater competition or whatever. And so I went to Western a lot, and I knew Western, I liked Western, and when I wanted to go to school, when I wanted to go to college, Western was the only place I applied for. I mean, the only place. I didn't put in another application anywhere else. I don't know why I did that, but that was the only place I wanted to go. And I got in, and I went to Western, and then while I was at Western, you know, of course, being in college and all, we would travel some, and we came to Nashville all the time. All the time. The best thing about Bowling Green was Nashville. You know, it was less than an hour away. So we were down here a lot, and I really, really liked Nashville. And, you know, after I was done with school and getting involved with radio and everything back in my hometown, I eventually got an opportunity that brought me to Nashville. And I took up the opportunity immediately. But going back to the original point, had it not been for second grade, I wouldn't have gotten involved in theater, which wouldn't have got me involved with Lexington Children's Theater, which wouldn't have got me involved with it in high school, which wouldn't have taken me to Western, which wouldn't have taken me to Nashville to learn how great of a city it was. So Changing any of those things in my life would have probably changed where I am today. So I have no regrets. Brycelwyn asked me, actually, a lot of questions. Brycelwyn has a knack for doing this. TMI Tuesday, the holiday edition. New Year's. Did you have a date for this past New Year's? No, I did not. Valentine's Day. What is your best way to spend Valentine's Day? Or what is my ideal way to spend Valentine's Day? Alone? Away from everybody else? No, I haven't really had that many Valentine's Days. You know, when I was in school, it was mostly, you know, trading those cheap-ass cards and getting candy. And, you know, since I've been an adult, you know, I've dated people during Valentine's Day, but it's never been anything that was, like, super romantic and I'll remember my entire life type thing. You know, if I had somebody, I think the ideal way to spend it would just be to just hang out together, you know, maybe exchange a small gift or something, have one of us cook dinner. You know, I'm pretty laid back. It doesn't have to be anything big. What is the best birthday present I've ever received? I don't know. I guess that's your answer right there, is there haven't been a whole lot of great birthday presents either. I mean, you know, I've gotten, well, actually, I think probably the best thing that I've gotten, at least that I can remember recently, is a drawing that Devin had Drew Green draw for me for my birthday this past year, which was incredible. But yeah, so that's probably one of the best gifts that I can remember right now. It was definitely very special to me. For Halloween, what am I planning on going for as Halloween? And if it's a secret, what did I go as last year? Well, I didn't go as anything as last year, and I haven't really even considered what I'm going to go as this year. I need to get the time off first, which actually I think I've already gotten the time off for Halloween. But anyway, so yeah, it should mean, you know, whatever. I haven't really decided what I'm going to go as for Halloween. I'm sure I'll figure it out last minute. A couple years ago, I went as Mario from Super Mario Brothers. One of my best friends, Jared, he went as Luigi. And we actually kind of look like a Mario and Luigi anyway. I'm kind of short and fat, and he's tall and lean. And so it worked out just fine visually, and we both pulled off the costumes. Christmas. What Christmas gift have I received that made me go, what the fuck? Well, here it is. It is the Barack Obama Chia Pet. Barack Obama Chia Pet. What the fuck? Final question. Most embarrassing holiday moment? I don't know. I don't really have any really embarrassing holiday stories. Nothing embarrassing has really happened to me on a holiday that I can really think of. I get sick every year at Thanksgiving. That's about it. Usually deathly ill. This past year, they thought I had pneumonia. I don't know why I get sick every year at Thanksgiving. It just happens. But that's the only shitty thing that's ever really happened to me on a holiday. 1980 Cedric asked me, well, actually a bunch of questions. I'm not going to answer them all. Let's see. What is my taste in guys? Typically the physical opposite of myself. I don't really like really hairy guys like myself. I kind of feel like if we were to get together, it'd be like Velcro, and somebody'd have to come in and peel us apart because our chest hair would get all tangled inside each other. And so I prefer guys with less body hair, even down to no body hair. Just less than me or none is fine. I want somebody that weighs less than I do. I don't want a guy that's bigger than I am. Just a personal preference. I don't know. I tend to like guys that are smaller than me. They can be taller, just, I don't know. Not as big around as I am. What do I think about monogamous relationships or open relationships? Everybody has their own preference. I mean, to each his own. I'm definitely not going to judge anybody that has an open relationship. But for me, I don't know. I've never had that question asked of me by anybody that I've dated. I tend to think that I would probably not like it. But there's no telling. I mean, I think that there's, you know, when two people have a certain type of trust, you know, anything is possible. So I'm not going to say no, I would never do it, but it's not something that I can easily see myself doing. But again, that's just me. Do I realize that I have the perfect form of belly? No, I did not, but thank you. Am I planning to travel to Europe anytime soon? No, I'm not. I've got so many other things that I need to do around my house. I need to get my refrigerator fixed because the freezer's no longer defrosting. So every few weeks, probably every month and a half, I'm pulling everything out of the freezer, sticking it in the fridge, and then running a hairdryer over the coils in the back. And it's a new fridge. I mean, it was, you know, it's 2006 when the house was brand new. So I don't know. I need to get that fixed. I need to paint downstairs. I need to paint in here. I need a new mattress. So there's so many things that I need right now. Traveling to Europe is probably pretty far down on the list, but I would love to come sometime. Irvy Cub says, hello from Canada. I've had Tumblr for some time now. I thought I'd be a bit more active here and make some friends. I guess I've got a silly question. I was recently talking to one of my coworkers about the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and he told me that he wasn't born when the film came out. Oh, God. I would then joke with him about video game cartridges, using a pencil to rewind cassette tapes, and how Jim was a precursor to the Spice Girls. My question is, have you ever had a back when I was younger moment with someone? Unfortunately, yes, and they only happen more frequently as I get older. I'm 34 now, I'll be 35 in September. So go ahead and start saving your pennies for my gifts next month. Please. Thanks. Yeah, like, you know, like you sit back and you think, okay, well, you know, before there were MP3 players, you know, I used to have a cassette Walkman. A cassette Walkman. You know, they have no idea what that is, which I guess goes back to the same thing with the pencil and the tape. You know, historical moments like the Challenger explosion in 1986. Like, I remember that like it was yesterday. I was in school, we were sitting around watching the television, watching this person go into space, and then it just blows up. You know, so it was definitely something strong. And, you know, kids that were born then or later, you know, have no recollection of that whatsoever. So it's kind of tough. So, yeah, you know. Also, like, I was talking to somebody recently, and they were like, oh, you know, what are you up to? And I was like, oh, you know, just chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. I was shooting some b-ball outside of the school, but then a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in the neighborhood. I got in one little fight, and my mom got scared, and she told me I was going to have to move with my aunt and uncle in Bel Air. And then he was like, what? It's like, okay, it's from a TV show, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You know who the Fresh Prince is? And he's like, no. And I'm like, do you know who Will Smith is? Yeah, I know who Will Smith is. You know, his daughter, you know, sang that Whip My Hair Back and Forth song. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, she did. But before that, he was a rapper. It was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. And then the Fresh Prince kind of broke off and had a TV show. And so, yeah, I've definitely had those moments. Okay, well, I guess that's it for questions this week. If y'all have anything else, feel free to hit me up in my Ask box on Tumblr. Or if you have some other way of getting in touch with me, whether it be Bigger City or YouTube or whatever you choose, feel free to shoot me a question and I'll answer them in an upcoming video here, okay? Alright guys, thanks so much and we'll talk to you again next week. Bye.